and ready for the eye socket here. Put the eye in. There's the eye socket. So I hope you're still on here and still being patient with me here. Like I said, a lot of it is, I mean, I've done some owls before, but a lot of this is, I'm kind of doing this almost firsthand. And that's why I want to do this, to kind of show you how I do things. Like I said, I don't do patterns as much. Every once in a while I find a good pattern, somebody's pattern, and I just can't resist, but I do like to create my own. I do have a video out where I carve the Viking villager characters, where I do start in a sheet of paper, all brand new. Whoops. Yeah, you probably saw it, and hey, where's the angry eyes here? Angry eyes kind of disappeared here. There we go. Now, let's start to put our eyeballs in. Now, you know, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do like what I did with the snow owl. It's going to be painted in, but this is going to be the hard part. This is going to be, where I'm just going to kind of scoop this in. Scoop this around. And it's going to be painted in. You can put the eye in. Am I still in? Because I would like to have it painted in instead. And that's going to need some more cleanup. Let's take the beak and just kind of bend it in a little bit this way. Bend it a little bit this way. Or not bend it, just sharpen it is more like it. And there is, I think, what I want as far as we can do, with the exception of, I'm going to finish the tufts here, the ear. I think one eye is bigger than the other. There we go. Okay, let's, oh, one more thing before we get to the tufts is the wing here, is I do want to, yeah, let's get to the wing, finish the wing and tail business. I want to put that nice and deep here. And then round it a little. Now you can round a little bit here. Whoops. The tail of the owl, I'm going to shrink it a little bit. See, which way am I supposed to do with this one? Here, let's do it. Am I still in? Okay, I think I'll keep it like that. With the exception, like I said, I want to bend it just a little bit. Curve it, I mean, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Make sure that it's just a little bit. And I want to curve the inside. Just a little bit. Then what I want to do is curve the tail just a little bit this way. Put a little more realism to it. Just going to take the corners off a little bit. That does need some cleaning up, but then let's finish the tuft. One last look in the book here. Now his tufts kind of go down a little bit more. All right, the body is relatively as far as I'd want it to go. It depends on how far you want it to go. As far as realism or more realistic. Maybe take a little bit in the back of the head off here. Yeah, still good. Put maybe a little extra dent between body and head. But then I think I'm about ready to go with the ear here. Now I did mark the ear coming down. I want to go on top of this and come across here. Same with this here. And then I'm going to have it come the other direction than I had it. Now this is going to be a little touchy, so you've got to be careful. Start with the top of the ear before we thin out the bottom. There we go. Same with the top of the head here. I neglected to clean that up first. Kind of behind the shadow here. Oops, don't take the angry part off yet. Getting there. Same on this side, very carefully. Bring this over so I can watch it better. Bring this down a little bit here. You can take some of this off. Ouch. Poked against me. I'm going to take that pencil mark off so I can see how it looks as is. I can see my saw kind of got into that, so that's going to be a little difficult for me. Just a wee bit difficult. I should have hit this top first is what I should have done. Still another swipe. Doesn't have to be totally perfect. I mean, the wind could be catching it. We can narrow it out a little bit more here. Because I think it's going to be imperfect for me because I did get a little too happy with the saw here. Let's see, where's my pattern? Where did it? Yeah, see, my pattern was fine. I goofed it up with the saw. Well, that's one thing about when you screw up a carving is go ahead and make another one, because it kind of, you get to you to learn how to do, how to redo things. Now this owl here is going to be, now we're really going to get at the finishing touches here. I'm going to come in. This is going to be kind of scary here. And I'm not going to make this too thin, or as thin as it should be, because I just don't want it to break off. And it's just going to get to a point where it's good enough, it'll do. And there's all kinds of other kind of touch-ups to do on this. I'm going to leave that like that. Maybe just one more swipe. There we go.